You live that fast?
Get this head.
What is this? What is the purpose of this?
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't know if I can dim it or not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's got orange and white.
Okay, well, let me just do that one. Is that good? Hi!
What's up? What's up? Hello, hello, hello.
Don't like that these... Hold on, guys. No. Okay.
What did you do?
I hide them on there. I'm going to pull them up on here. Hi, everybody. I'm going to try to find my own video so we can see your comments. There it is. Hi, guys.
That's such a delay.
I have it pulled up on the computer so that we can see what y'all are saying. We're going to do just a fun little happy hangout sesh with you guys. Cody's got his feet propped up. I ain't got a bit of nowhere to put my feet because I've got this all set up in front of me. Is this still too bright?
Well, I don't know if you go off of this one, maybe not. This one, maybe.
Thank you. She said curls are pumping. So instead of what I've been doing is I've been doing it at night and then going to sleep on it, and then the next day it's like large and in charge, Mufasa status. So, but that's really the only time that I get a chance to like do it thoroughly. But today, Millie let me do it, and I said, well, we'll see what it looks like without me bushing it up, rolling around in the bed. What do you think?
I like it.
I think it looks really good. Now, I did do like some flexi rods on just a few pieces in the front because they've not been cooperating. So I did like 3 or 4 of them right in the front.
They want to stay straight.
Yeah, like part of it. Like not the whole piece, but...
the top half.
Yeah, like this. It's weird. I don't know. My hair's never been like that in the front, so I don't know.
But the bottom half.
Oh my gosh, y'all. All of this back here. Did I show you this one? Look at this.
Good. Can
you see it?
Can y'all see that? Hold on, let me... Whoa. Piggy tail. That's a piggy tail.
Y'all see how short it's just... all of this back here just shrivels up? I love that color Yeti. Thank you. When did I get... I've got this for some reason.
It was either birthday last year or... maybe birthday last year?
I don't know.
The hunter green?
Yeah, I figured he'd want that. He does have like a camo koozie thing.
That I got from work, didn't pay for.
They gave it to him for doing something good or something. Mila is down for the night. Mama Sharon's in the house.
She's supposed to be in this house.
She ain't coming until...
I know, she's supposed to be here. Where you at?
She's coming this weekend. But if y'all want us to talk about anything in particular, if y'all want... I think you're like almost out of the... Won't you scoot up some? You're making me look like a giant over here.
Well, maybe you should scoot down. Yeah, there you go.
Get up.
Come on, guy. You got the camera set up so doggone high.
No, I don't.
Can you drop it down?
I did drop it. Yo, this man. Is that better, Massa?
You didn't drop it none.
Yes, I did.
It did not move.
Y'all, I'm not moving it anymore. I don't think I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Move this.
Float Riders in the house.
Hi. Any thoughts? So we're going to keep this live positive and happy vibes, all the happy vibes. We want to be an escape for y'all. Y'all know that I'm always about that. I want to bring y'all positive, enlightening content. So we're not going to talk about any any negative, any hardshipy kind of stuff on this live.
Somebody said any updates to the nursery.
Nursery. To nursery.
Somebody asked when's baby number 2 coming, and then is there any updates to the nursery?
And then somebody said, stop asking about people's uterus. Thank you, Ashley. That's just, look, another person talking about when is baby new. Y'all, the Lord will give us baby number 2 when the Lord's ready to give us baby number 2. And 3 and 4 and 5.
Huh? Come again?
We're still undecided on
literally lost her mind
on the number, but I keep telling him if the Lord wants us to have more than what Cody, what are you pointing at? Or you're saying no, whatever. If the Lord says, Cody, you must procreate more. What are you going to say then?
Why? Why, Lord? Why?
Oh, gosh. Cody's face. He's the one that said, how many did you say that you wanted the other day?
I said 4, 2 boys and 2 girls, but my luck, it would be 4 girls.
And that would be great luck. Girls are awesome.
They are.
But we wouldn't have a boy to carry on our family name, though.
Absolutely.
It's not, but yeah.
Unless we had a girl who decided that she didn't care if she got married or not. She was going to keep her last name.
Yeah, or she was going to keep it. And oh well. But still, then the kids probably would still get their daddy's name. So.
Yeah.
They're coming in.
House hunting is terrible at the moment.
It's not terrible. It's just, it's when you see something like our house went up on the market this weekend. If y'all follow me on Twitter, I posted about it on there, and I was just saying that a new house went on the market, and we were excited. And at that point, we hadn't seen anything really about the house other than the price of the house, how big it was, how much land it had, and what the exterior of the house looked like.
Yes, once.
It did not look like that when we got there. So we did find a video where they tried to sell it, and I think we froze. Oh,
well,
there we go.
There's got a huge lag.
Oh, there it goes. It's because of how it's going up. Okay, anyway, Nicole and Richie!
What's up?
We're talking about the house. So, we found a video from 7 years ago where they were trying to sell the house, and we were like, okay, it had a pool, it had a fence around the pool. I was like, okay, that's great. There was things that once we got there, we were like, well, this is different. Where in the devil did the fence go around the pool? That was the first thing I noticed when we pulled up, and there was some rigged up fence in the yard.
It was a mesh wire fence, like they
bought a roll.
Got animals.
Yeah, it was
animals.
And then the new steps. There was different steps that were there that weren't on the picture, and then there was a ramp. We knew that the woman that had been there before had passed, and we're assuming maybe she passed from old age or something. But they had installed like a wheelchair ramp. They had installed one of those fancy tubs that you sit in.
Yeah,
the high-dollar tubs.
Sit-in shower.
So there was a lot of those changes made, which is fine, but it was just like, I wish I had a beard like Cody Locklear. He shaved it. That's Richie probably. Yeah. He shaved it, so he only has a goatee.
I'm going to shave it back down to clean shaven and go back to
But do y'all realize how fast his beard fills back in as a beard? He has to literally shave it. Probably, if you wanted it clean, he would need to shave it in the morning and at night. If he wanted to be clean. Which is why he's never clean. Because it just grows so fast. So yeah, the house was huge, and it was a lot bigger than we thought. Or maybe, I mean, we knew it, but we don't know. We're still on the fence about it. We're still talking about it. Cody literally just asked me maybe an hour ago if I had a dream about it.
If she had any dreams about it, like us in the house living.
No, I slept so hard last night. I don't know no dream. If I had one, I done and forgot about it. But yeah. So we're still on the fence, and we're still avidly looking. But I'm gonna turn the light on.
Somebody asked if you grew veggies.
If I did,
Paige does not grow veggies. But I am currently growing veggies.
listen, the Lord grows the veggies.
Well,
He allows that soil and the moisture and all the things to produce thy veggies.
Yeah. So we tried a garden this year. I planted corn, squash, zucchini, and cucumbers. And that's all I planted.
Is the okra doing good?
Oh, and okra.
Oh, you didn't even say okra.
Didn't even say okra.
In my head,
Maybe because it's not doing that great at the moment.
Well, it's kind of hard because at first he was like, I don't know what's weeds and I don't know what's okra.
Well, I figured out what the okra was.
Well, and
we've
never grew okra before.
Yes, we have. We grew it the first time.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Baby, all them big okras I got off that we never picked, and they would get about 5-6 inches long and hard. Yes, we planted okra the first time I tried it.
Well, we didn't eat any of it then.
No, we didn't because we didn't pick them.
That don't make no sense. We will not ever move back to our hometown.
Don't never. I'm not gonna say never.
He must be gonna get a new woman, y'all. Cause this one,
we're not gonna say never.
I did.
Somebody said they wanted 10, but their husband didn't want to hear them out. That was
Look, I planted some today and prayed over them to grow good since the last ones didn't work out. Well, we're praying for you too. We're hoping them bad boys just take off and your garden is flourishing this season. Yes, Cutie Pie is asleep.
Rosie and Lady are in the bed.
Yeah, all the babies is asleep. We literally put all the youngins to bed. Sometimes we will let Rosie and Lady like stay up and chill out with us. Sometimes we put them to bed so we can just have grown-up time. Am I still living the eyebrow tint? Honey, it's faded. It's gone. There ain't a bit left.
Where'd it go?
I don't know why. I don't know if maybe I washed it or put something on it too fast before I let it sit because it was already gone. And then again, my span of time in my head now, all the days running to each other, I honestly don't know how long it stayed. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to attempt and timing it this time. Because I don't remember. Never say never.
Do we ever plan on getting any more dogs?
If you're asking me that, what would the answer be?
Absolutely.
And
whether it be house dogs or not, probably not.
All dogs deserve a warm spot on the floor in the house. Not all dogs. Now, okay, now some breeds of dogs ain't a stud in the house. They don't want to be in the house. They could care less.
God, we got somebody from Alaska.
Alaska!
We want to plan a trip there. Don't know when it's going to be. Ever. But we'd like to go. I'd like to go. I don't know if she'd like to go.
I don't know. I heard it's dark and it's cold.
It depends on when you go.
Oh no. That seemed like a long trip.
Anyway, I seen another question way back. Do we plan on having Mila first birthday party?
Absolutely.
Do you know what the theme's going to be?
It's a secret. How long have I been planning this? You know what it is.
Actually, I forgot.
Really?
Well, you changed it.
No, I didn't change it. I just had about 12 different things
in mind.
Pinned. When we say in mind, I don't mean like I'm like, oh, this. It is not Minnie Mouse. Everybody thinks it's Minnie Mouse, which is exactly why.
She's not.
It is not. Maybe your second birthday, because we are kind of planning on going to Disney. Which I think somebody did ask us.
Maybe.
Next time we were going to Disney. But I think we're going to try to plan on going next year.
Somebody wants us to come to Greenville.
Weren't we going to go there for...
Oh, we were debating between there and Charleston the last time.
And we had that was when Mila was like...
Or Savannah.
No, we'd already been to Savannah. We weren't planning. It was either Greenville or Charleston.
Okay.
But since we had already been to Charleston. And we had a brand new baby, we were like, let's go somewhere.
We sort of got an idea.
Yeah, we're familiar of, so. Mila looks like she eats better food than most adults. When am I coming to their house to cook?
She swallows it, y'all. Oh my God. I mean, she definitely does not take after me when it comes to how fast she eats.
Cody eats extremely slow.
I would not say extremely slow, but I will say slow. Homegirl has 2 handfuls.
No. Now, this
The very first one now. The very first one, she takes them both. And then she gets that hand and holds it. And then she just... and saves that one for the end.
She literally saves a piece of... I think maybe she says, which one's my favorite? That's why she uses both. And I'm going to hold that until the end. So I'm going to eat it out. And then I'm going to say... And she literally does. She crams it into her mouth so hard.
Do we have any dream destinations as far as vacations?
Disney.
Other than Disney.
I would love to take Mila to the Disney Hawaii Resort thing. It's expensive as all get out, but I heard that it was just amazing and it was worth every penny. It's a lot of pennies, but work hard, play hard, right? Did you guys decide not to build your next house? Well, take it.
It's still not off the table if we can find land. That's the thing. Right now, the housing market's booming. Well, sort of, kind of.
It's sort of slowing down.
But stuff's selling fast, but there's not a lot of land going up.
At least not the amount of land that Jed Clampett, is that his name? Wants. We could have been bought a house, y'all. If this one didn't have requirements of being able to put all the animals in the world on the land, which I've asked for a goat. I can't say that I haven't asked for a goat.
So I have a plan. I don't want to go crazy, but I would like to get a bull to raise my own beef. To start off with, just one bull. I would like to get some chickens for eggs and broiler chickens.
This man don't cook, but go ahead.
No, but you do. Okay? And then maybe we might try some hogs, maybe. Maybe 1 or 2 hogs. Maybe. And then when I hunt deer and rabbit and turkey, so then that'll be that meat.
The man don't know how to clean none of this.
Why don't...
You know how to cut up a bull and... God, I can't imagine all that mess.
The bull I'd take to the butcher house. Unless I knew somebody who had done it
and
before.
when he would do that, you know what I would probably be doing? Out there popping his tires and then go run back in the house and hide. And he'd be like, Bud, my tires are flat. I can't take the bull. And I'd be like, Lord, looks like you want to stay at the house. Come on, Big Papa, get off of there.
That's going to be his name.
That's Big Papa. Yo, I am like animal little activist over here. And I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not against him, like, killing animals and stuff like that, but sometimes I'm just like, don't do it, Mabel. Don't do it, Mabel. Save them. Save the whales. I mean, children.
We only have 1 baby, and then we have 2 dogs that we call our babies.
Yeah.
Mila.
That
Rosie,
does. Cody, that sounds like a lot of work.
Rosie and Lady. Absolutely, it's a lot of work.
And please tell us when you have all this free time to do all this work.
At the moment, I don't.
Exactly. So, once again, why are we shopping for something that he ain't even got the time to take care of?
I ain't shopping for it yet, but I'm talking
about the land.
I want to know that I have the option of being like, okay, today's the day I'm going to get me a bull. I got the land. I can put up my pasture.
That's probably why we need to buy something that ain't got that option. So then he can't just one day be like, I'm going to get me a bull. And y'all think he might be exaggerating? But he ain't.
Kentucky, yes. 69 acres in Kentucky would be absolutely fantastic. Or Iowa.
That's it, Big Papa.
Kansas. Although there's tornadoes in Kansas.
I'm fine with the amount of land we got now. I'm even fine with an acre. And I'm finding so many houses that are on just an acre.
Well, that would be fine if I didn't have a dump trailer and a tractor and
But
an Argo.
you didn't have all this mess until you had to just go and get it last year.
Cart.
Well, oh no, we can still ride a golf cart on an acre.
No, not really.
Yes, you can,
baby.
People ride around the neighborhood.
We have 2 acres right here. 2 acres.
Yeah, and we ride it all down. I know what.
You ride up down the road, not on the land.
Get your elbow out of my boobage.
Come again.
I mean your shoulder. I don't even know what body parts
there was a lady up top says she wants to know. Well, she said we had done a lot of vacationing in such a short amount of time, and that she is 53 and just now got established. She wants to know how we're doing it, and she's very proud of us that we're able to. Well, she said something. I don't know if it was necessarily proud, but so
a lot of times we plan at least. Well, we used to plan at least 1 or 2
years
trips.
Oh,
a year.
Yeah.
At first we did.
Yeah.
So we would put money. At least I would put money. I would just put our money to the side and be like, okay, this is trip money, and this is where we're going. Plus, I look at deals early on, right? We plan vacations out way far. Do we not? One because of Cody's work.
Yes. So
we have to plan out.
I get a bunch of overtime at the first of the year, depending on if I travel. So where I work, I'm able to get overtime the first of the year regardless. And if I decide to travel along with that, I get even more overtime. So we just take that extra. I do put more in my 401k and stuff, but we do take a little extra to set to the side to go somewhere.
But yeah, we have to schedule his vacation time in at work early on.
18 weeks
in advance. So that we even do it out even further, and that just makes sure that we have enough time to, if you want to pay for something like in payments or plan it better, like especially if you're going to Disney. That is not, I've never thought Disney was a last minute trip. That's something you should plan out.
Absolutely.
Like either at least a half a year, a full year in advance.
At least a half a year.
Yeah, we planned it in.
I'm thinking a year.
Well, we went in December. We already had some time there before, so we kind of knew what to expect.
Time, and we already had some money set aside.
Well, yeah, so we paid. I think I paid for something, and then like the rest of it on a certain day. I can't remember, but yeah, the biggest thing for us is not last minute vacations. We kind of can't do that anyway, but even if we could, I don't work that way. Like we might go like somewhere on the weekend, like somewhere.
Take a long weekend.
Yeah, and do something somewhere that's familiar to us. Like
love cruises.
We freaking love cruises. Those are our favorites.
I do electrical work, by the way. I think I've said that a million times.
Look, I already said I don't want to tell people that. Speaking of Disney, is it cheaper depending on the time of year, or does it matter? Yes, it is cheaper. There's a ton of Disney YouTube channels. There's Disney food blogs. There's Disney something guide. I just look up Disney, what's the best time of year to go to Disney, or what's the most affordable. It all depends. I think the most affordable, sadly, is the hotter times of the year because it's hot, for one, so they're kind of lenient on the ticket prices and the hotel stays and stuff. 2, people's out for school, so they're expecting an influx of people there anyway, so they can sort of knock down the price.
Disney cruise.
We've never been on a Disney cruise, but we will love to because it collides 2 of our favorite things in one. I literally just told him the other day that I would love to do like a half and half trip, like we did Disney World for part of the trip and then did a Disney cruise the other half. He was like, "Bud, that's not enough time," because we went to Disney World before last December 2018. Yeah. And we stayed a week, and that was like the perfect amount of time to do all the things. We still didn't do all the things.
Yeah.
But we did.
Well, what really helped us out on that was it rained. And a lot of people didn't go, but boy did we. We left, went to Walmart, or was it Walmart or Target?
We went to Walmart.
Walmart got
water shoes,
and a raincoat, and I just so happen to have my umbrella, son,
we tore up
what,
Magic
buddy?
Kingdom. And that was our Magic Kingdom day, because I had planned out days that we were going to different places, and that was the best time to be going to that, because that one's the one that's got the most people at it. I don't care when you go, there's always the most people. And they have, like, most of the rides that are, like, really popular that always have long wait times, and we rode all of them. Did you drive or fly? We drove. But next time, we flying. I told him that after that because we about died. And I said never again. And I know I said it the time before, but never again. We're not.
Do we plan on going to Disney Paris?
I would like to. I've never been to Paris.
February 2020.
What? Baby, that's done in past.
I might have misread that.
No, I'm talking to them.
Oh.
It said 2020. I seen it. What are our views on when we should go back on a cruise?
I don't know. With all the...
Right now, I'm the type that ain't trying to go nowhere. I'm just sort of waiting it out. I just kind of want to see what happens. Because like I said, we're talking about planning Disney for next year. And still, I'm just a little bit like, what's it going to look like that time? Do I want to go ahead and plan it? Because I like to plan it out in advance, but I'm like, dang, what if I plan it and things are still not it? Because they're not even having fireworks and parades and character greets. Like, that's the whole reason you take a baby. You know what I'm saying? Not a baby, but a child is for those things. And if they're not having them, I'm like, well, shoot, we'll do a parade in the yard and set up some fireworks. I mean, they go so fast. I'm trying to keep up with.
Somebody said, what is our plans for staying out of debt at our age?
Well, we don't have a lot. We don't keep a lot of debt, other than Cody.
Well,
my best way of keeping out of debt would be to get rid of Cody.
Listen.
I am the reason that he can possibly stay out of debt, because I am constantly like, Cody, why are you always spending money? What are you looking at? He'll be on his phone, and I'm like, you're looking at something to spend money on, ain't you? And he's like, but I'm looking at this same thing all weekend, and I ain't bought it yet, and I think I'm about to break bad and get this. I'm like, what you need? Thank you for the $20 thingamajigger. I never know how that works, but thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely thank you. So...
You know why he's saying thank you, because...
So what I try to do is, if I make like a big purchase,
which is,
hush, I try to pay that off before I make another big purchase. So
yeah,
if you have a house, it's going to be a while before you get out of debt.
Yeah.
If you buy new vehicles,
a pretty expensive vehicle.
Yeah, a lot of people try not to go over a certain amount, or don't buy it unless they got cash to pay for it right then.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been that person. But I set my payments up bi-weekly. I pay everything I have. I pay on 2-week intervals.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to pay extra.
So we don't pay as long.
Don't pay as long. Cuts down on your interest. Everything that I've owned, I've paid off early. Matter of fact, that actually hurt me when I first started trying to get my credit. Was I had a couple loans. I bought my first truck and something else I had bought. I can't remember what it is right off. But I went to the bank to get another loan, and they said my credit history weren't good, and my score was kind of low. And I was like, well, I paid off everything I got. And they was like, well, you paid it off early.
What was that called?
You didn't make the payment for the amount of time the loan was. So if you're just starting, I wouldn't pay you nothing off early. Go to a TV store, couch store, go somewhere that runs your credit, that you can finance something.
And just make that monthly
payment.
Or
Lowe's card, credit card, or something, and make the payment for the amount of time that you've got the loan for. But now, we're established, so bi-weekly payments and extra payments.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, don't buy nothing else until that's paid off. I continuously remind him of that, because like he'll get something and I'll be like, you just.
So when I bought the golf cart, I didn't buy nothing else until that was paid off. Again, with the overtime that used to work. We don't work as much as we used to, but I used to get quite a bit. So anytime overtime, if I could make an extra $1,000 towards that payment, I would. So I didn't get anything after the golf cart. I didn't get anything after the Argo. So right now I got the tractor, so I don't plan on getting anything until the tractor's paid off.
You also got the truck.
Okay, the tractor and the truck, that's a combo.
And that's a lie, because he's also still looking at hunting trucks.
Well, now, if I put... No. If, all right, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. So, hunting truck, yes, I am. But what my plan is to sell my... Existing truck. Not my truck that I just got, but my existing hunting truck.
Because he still has it.
And my work car. And my plan is to, whatever I get off of those, because those are both paid for, only you spend that amount to get one vehicle that will serve both purposes.
We're going to change the subject up now. Somebody say, Cody, what is your favorite meal that Paige makes?
Grits, eggs, and sausage.
Is it? That ain't even no effort.
That you make, or that we've got from Hello Fresh, or... I mean, you gotta be a little more specific.
That I've made without any assistance from a HelloFresh recipe.
Okay, so one that you have come up with yourself.
I come up with random mess all the time.
I mean, you just throw stuff together, so...
Also, somebody asked me if I would ever drive a minivan.
I would. That was actually...
He was trying to make me buy one.
Yep, I was.
No.
Darn. Let's see. I like the baked spaghetti you've done. The baked, what's the Mississippi pot roast? That Mississippi pot roast.
I didn't make that up, but,
Well, but, oh, yeah, okay. But that was really good.
Any dessert items that I've made that you just loved?
Whatever that cake was just the weekend.
If y'all follow us on Instagram.
God, that was awesome.
I randomly was like, I ain't been feeding Mila this applesauce. I need to use this applesauce. So I'll go to Pinterest and type recipes with applesauce. And they started popping stuff up. First thing I seen were these like applesauce muffins. I said, okay, that looks pretty interesting. Then I seen this apple sauce spice bars with brown butter frosting. Look, girl, that apple cake. You seen it.
The apple cake was right.
It was hands down one of the best things I've ever made and possibly ever eaten. It was so good. That brown butter frosting, we finished it that next day. It lasted no time. It was a little 8x8 and it was maybe that thick, so it weren't huge, but we freaking killed it. I would highly recommend it. Look up applesauce spice bars with brown butter frosting. It is so good. And it didn't take me that long to make it either.
Have you made a Doritos casserole before?
I don't think so. I've done a few different like Doritos things in the past, but I don't think so. But yeah, y'all make it. They said I was pissed watching Cody eat that cake, knowing I couldn't get it. Chelsea, it was right, honey. It was right. Yes, Jennifer. You pinned it. That's a good choice. I'm telling you, it was a random decision. And I was like, oh Lord. I was reading, I was like, I gotta brown this butter. Hi in the devil. I started like getting in my head, but then I'm glad I stuck to the course. It was really fast and they just turned out so good. Mila killed hers. We gave her some without any of the frosting on it. Y'all, she was literally like just even more so than what she already does.
Somebody said we should do a cook-off and have your mama be the judge.
I would, from me and him.
I'm going to tell you now, I'd lose. I am no cook.
Did y'all hear him a while ago when I said he doesn't cook? He's so precise with stuff. He could probably bake really successfully because he's so precise. But if something says take half of this and layer it, he might measure it before he lays it down. Because I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, we're never going to eat. We're never going to eat. Because he's taking this too seriously. But he does that with everything. It's a blessing and a curse. Did you guys do a baby names we love video? I've done a ton of them. Cody's never been in any of them. He's real picky with children's names. So, and in those videos, I literally say Cody hates this name, but I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. So, y'all should. I have probably like done 5 of them on my channel. I think I'm really good at coming up with baby names, like combinations. So.
Somebody said a cook-off video would be a fun video.
It would. I agree, but Cody don't cook, y'all.
I would be so lost. I don't know seasonings.
That sounds like the gingerbread house competition.
Exactly. That was.
And he was so upset about that. I don't know what I'm doing. He just gets in his head, y'all. He just don't. It ain't fun anymore.
What's your favorite meal that I have made?
Well, seeing as how he doesn't cook, one of the only things Cody's ever made is breakfast. And it's good every time he makes it. That was the first thing he ever made me, y'all. And I should have known. I should have told myself, don't get used to this, because this is the last time he'll make you breakfast. We were dating. I don't think I got food again until we got married. And then I mean years into the marriage. I don't mean early marriage, like honeymooning stage. I went and stayed with him one weekend, and I woke up, I could smell him in there. You almost burnt something. What was it that you burnt? The sausage?
When?
We were in the camper, and you had almost, good gracious, you had almost burnt, the campers ain't but so big, so I'm sitting there like, I can smell.
The only thing I cooked in the camper was spaghetti.
No, honey, you made me breakfast.
Oh.
It was eggs, grits, sausage. I think that was it.
Must have been the sausage.
I think it was a sausage. Poor ventilation up in that camper. And I'm laying back there like, what is he doing? Is the camper on fire? But I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I knew what he was in there doing, so I didn't want to ruin it. More cooking videos of you and Mama. We might cook something this weekend. Or
she was on here. I don't
know where she went.
Somebody said tell her hey that she's a grandma and that the first grandchild's
honey, Mama's obsessed.
She was on here.
Yeah, Mama went somewhere. I don't know where she went.
Mama Sharon's food's good. Awesome.
Yeah, it is. Did we live together before marriage? For about... It was a few months.
Yeah.
I ended up moving because I had a job already, and y'all know that we don't live where our family lives, so my job already started before we got married. It was literally like a few months before our wedding, so I went ahead and moved so I could start working so that the transition would be a little bit better for me after we got married. Medic culinary school. We always joke on each other about how lazy I cook at home.
We have not seen marriage boot camp.
Mama's still here. I would love to do it, take a cooking class with you.
I might need to.
I would love that. With like as a date night kind of, I think. I would freaking love that.
Congratulations on the baby boy, Caleb.
Where?
My sister is a mom today for the first Lord have mercy.
Oh, congratulations. What was my job before YouTube? A cosmetologist. I was on my feet all day. How many times have y'all moved since marriage? We ain't. We've been right here.
Well, I mean,
marriage.
Yeah, marriage. Yeah.
We've been right here.
Yep.
Do I still do hair?
No.
Yes and no. I don't do hair for, I still don't have any clients. Now, if I were to announce that I was taking people, best believe, yeah, because I had some very loyal people. I still cut his hair. He needs a haircut now. We have pictures this weekend, so I'm waiting to make sure that it's nice and fresh for pictures. I still do Mama's hair, which I've seen that numerous times. I periodically cut my brother and my daddy's hair. I say periodically because they just have time just take clippers to it and just take it off. So, that's about it. Sometimes I do my best friend Kelsey's hair. But no, I don't really do anybody's hair anymore. Oh, something's going on with the internet.
I am not switching back and forth between nights and days. There's only certain situations where I have to go to nights.
I don't have to watch to see this is doing this.
But that one's not, is it?
Oh, there it goes. I don't know what happened, guys.
Do you have any hobbies?
Music. I would say music's a hobby. Is Pinterest a hobby? If it is, I would say Pinterest is my hobby. I feel like I float in between hobbies because my attention span's so short. So I literally like go from one thing to the next. You can kind of tell um, by my YouTube videos like what I'm interested in at the time, and I don't know. Did cosmetology make me happy? Absolutely, and it still makes me happy now. This just sort of kind of happened. This was never a plan, and it just sort of fell into my lap. So, any music you've been listening to, recommendations? I did just share a playlist that I just put together yesterday on Instagram. It was a new like praise and worship. It was a mishmash of more like worshipy music and more like high energy, like modern gospel stuff. So check that out if that's your kind of jam. Are you seeing anything you want to answer? You're like focusing
what's
on
our zodiac signs?
I'm an Aries.
I'm a Taurus.
I'm shocked that
What?
he knows what it's called. You said the bull, ain't it?
Somebody said, is there any Cancerians? Cancerians or something?
That's July, ain't it? Sometime in July. Do we plan on taking Mila to the It was canceled. So no, she can't go to it's been canceled. Do you ever struggle being an interracial couple in the South?
We're not interracial.
Technically,
Well,
we are.
But that's not what's on my birth certificate.
That's not what they're asking. That's not what you were thinking when you asked. I am not African American. I am Native American.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she was asking. And if you weren't, that's the way I took it. My mama and my daddy.
And I am not
completely
white.
Him 50-50.
50, yeah, there you go.
Him 50-50. He's 50 Native American and 50 Caucasian. That's what you are. What do you mean, one of those? So technically, yes, we are in an interracial relationship, but not the way that you were probably meaning it.
Where we're at, it's not uncommon for
and it shouldn't be uncommon. It shouldn't be a thing anywhere. It just shouldn't be. I don't know why people, but you'll know it because even though that I'm not African American, I'm a woman of color, period, and don't think that I've never walked into some place and felt like I was a woman of color, because I literally look at Cody and I'm like, I feel like everybody in here is looking at me. So, I've dealt with different things, but that's not what we're talking about today. They don't watch your video. Yeah, probably not. Yes, Pinterest is everything. I use Pinterest for all the things. Meal planning, house decorating.
I got to answer Miss Dillard's question. I don't like it.
How do you feel about the FedEx and UPS money coming? There's an ongoing joke that some days if you say it, you'll get a different answer out of Cody or a different response from him. I'm always picking at Mila and saying, there comes your daddy, Mila. And when I say that, it's the UPS man. Oh, gosh. Y'all know that youngin' is his. I am loyal, honey. I ain't about that life.
Even though he's bringing me stuff, too?
Most of the time. He's so stupid. It's an older, gray-haired man. But he be on it, buddy. He be trucking. He be flying through that front yard.
He does. Somebody asked her, you want to bring Bible study back?
At this, okay. When I did Bible study, I didn't have a baby, for one. I'm not saying that a baby will make me, I just don't have nowhere near as much free time as I once did. Do I? I am literally, I don't know if anybody else uses this term, but I use it all the time. If you think it's inappropriate, I am sometimes inappropriate, but I am always balls to the wall. Like 95% of the time, I am balls to the wall, and I don't get a free moment. Like today, I realized my feet were hurting so bad, and I realized just how much I was up on them today, which is why they were killing me. I sat down long enough to show y'all some clothes on Instagram, and that was because I was folding them up, and I literally went and put them away. Like, I have gone all day long, and when I would do those Bible studies, I would obviously plan ahead, and I would really study it, because I'm not going to give y'all anything half-handed at all, especially when it's dealing with the Lord and His Word, and I just don't believe in that. And I know now that I do not have the time that I would want to pour into that, to be able to pour into y'all in that kind of setting. So as of right now, they're not coming back in the foreseeable future. Maybe eventually, but not right now, because I just don't have the time to do it the way it deserves to be done. So, what are your Enneagram types? Cody. So technically, I don't know if Cody's number is right, because I asked him the questions and he responded and I put the answer. Sometimes when you do that, the person doesn't answer completely truly. Honestly.
I answered honestly.
I bet if he took it again by himself, he might get something different. But he's a 9 and I'm a 7. Because every time I read stuff about a 9, I'm like, I don't know if that's Cody, because it says they're patient. And I'm like, Cody ain't patient? But I mean, other stuff, yeah, but I'm still wondering if I'm like, okay, maybe I think he should take it again. Yes, Beth, there is. There's a whole lot that goes into it, and I'm just not the type to half-hand anything, especially something like that, and I just don't have the time to do it right now. I literally met our delivery man at the door. I have a bit of a shopping addiction. I blame Paige. I'm sorry. Chelsea, at least I find good deals, and I'm not spending an arm and a leg on stuff.
Are we going to homeschool Mila?
We were talking about that the other day, because of all the stuff that's going on in the world. We do want her to be social and have some kind of social life. Even if we decide to homeschool, we still want to make sure that she's really active in, like, any kind of sports that she wants to be in, any kind of extracurricular activities, just so she is still getting that time with her peers and stuff. I think that's very important.
Prospect in the house.
Hey!
What's her religion?
Honey, Jesus is king.
What?
That is, what do you mean? That is, I don't know how much more clearer.
They said
Christianity. That is, what do you mean?
What's your religion?
That's what.
Well, I took that as Holiness, Methodist, Baptist.
Honey, no, that's denomination.
I got that, but it's... Anyway.
How far apart do we want our children to be? You are sliding down even further. Eventually, your whole face is going to be out of the frame.
We were initially thinking 18 months, but, then we'd have to start trying next month. So I don't know. I don't know now.
Yeah, because it's kind of flew up on us. It kind
of, crept up on us pretty quick.
So, I don't know. We're still undecided. Obviously, like I tell him, if the Lord wants us to be pregnant, He's just going to make us pregnant, whether we're trying to or not. Because if y'all weren't here for all of the pregnancy stuff with Mila, we were not trying. We had been trying for years. And then my doctor said, well, let's take off a couple months so you can get this vaccine. And then once it's been in your system for a month, then, and if y'all are trying to figure out what, I don't know if I've ever told you exactly what, did I ever tell them about the vaccine stuff? It was the MMR booster shot, so you get that when you're a baby, and a lot of times those vaccine stuff you get kind of wear off as you get older, so just give you like a booster, and that's one of those shots that they want you to have in your system when you have a baby, so that it can also help protect them against it. So she wanted me to get a booster since my levels were low. She told me this in December, and I was like, okay, I'll get a shot. We were going to Disney. I was like, I'll wait till we get back. Everything, when I have time to go and get it. Well, next time I went to the doctor, it was because I was pregnant. So we were not trying at all. And I literally told her, I called her, I was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm pregnant. I know you told me not to be doing anything, but I mean, I weren't trying. She said, it's fine. I'm excited for you. You got pregnant. And I'm like, so see, everything's fine. Because we were literally like going through the process of elimination of trying to figure out why we hadn't got pregnant yet. So she was like, we'll just give it to you when the baby comes. So, and they literally did. I was in the hospital. The next day, they went ahead and gave me my booster shot while I was there. So,
still looking for a house.
Yeah, everybody keeps asking. We're still looking, y'all.
What did Chrissy ask?
I love that question. All right, we'll scroll back and see since somebody loves it. Did you guys ever break up while dating?
Almost.
We got
so close. Like, so close.
Yeah. But I remember, I felt like the Lord was telling me, like, for so long, and I know we've talked about this before, for so long, I didn't want to be in a relationship. I pushed it away, and God revealed to me that he was it. And when this was happening, I was like, God was literally like in my face, like, I done told you he's it. Don't you do nothing to mess this up. Don't you run him off. Don't you? And I'm sitting there like, okay. And I remember I was like pouring my heart out to him. And I'm like, look, I'm just telling you what the Lord's telling me. I've done and told you this. I don't know what else to say. And I don't know if I don't know what was going on in his mind. But after that, we were... Why are you breathing? Why are you breathing like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you even remember?
Oh, wait. Can't I just take a breath?
Shut up!
Can't I just breathe?
Now explain why you just said that. No, y'all, I'm always taking deep breaths. And
she only does it when I've done something that irritates or aggravates or upsets or whatever. Or at least that's the only time I catch her. And then, if she's doing it just to do it, to take a breath.
He'll say, what's wrong? And I said, darn, can't I just take a breath? Can't I just breathe?
So what year was the hardest during our marriage?
Marriage, honey, the first one.
We'll say year 1. Was there any more after that?
No. The miscarriage year.
3?
2017.
But that was...
That was us.
That was us? Okay.
At first it weren't. Now, a lot of times people say that miscarriages can either bring a couple, or losing children in general can either bring a couple together or separate them. And in the beginning, I felt like it was just pushing us so close together. Not saying it ever pushed us apart, but then it just got to the point because we were trying so hard, and it was like nothing was happening. To almost at the point, I don't want to say that either one of us ever like said this or felt this way, but I feel like you almost get to a point where you almost start blaming yourself and your spouse, and you're almost like, something's got to be wrong with me or them, and that's why this ain't happening. Or so you might start to like resent them a little bit, and that can cause some friction. And if you don't talk about feelings, that was our thing. Like, I would just be so sad and I weren't really talking. I would be in the bed at night just crying my eyeballs out, thinking of different dates. Like, this day, this baby would have been however old, or I would be this far along pregnant now. And I wouldn't share that with him. I would literally keep it to myself. And it would just, like, bottle up in me one day. And we would literally just, like, have it out and just holler at each other and say all the things. And we learned real quick that if we didn't start communicating about stuff and start getting mess off our chest, it was going to be bad.
Don't let it build up.
You have to talk about stuff. So.
And yes, we argue. And congratulations to class of 2020.
Yeah.
So yes, we do argue. Matter of fact, we argued yesterday.
Yes.
But
I think we've gotten a lot better at resolving.
I will say, what really helps is
not leaving.
Sure. But so the fact that sometimes I let words slip. I'm gonna be honest. And she used to get real upset with me about that, and it didn't matter. I mean, words that her grandma threatened her life and said that ain't a cuss word, but she'd get pissed at me, and then she gets real mad, and then that just makes me madder, and then she gets madder. But what really helps is she's learned to not escalate, and then that de-escalates me. So in that de-escalation time, I have a moment of clarity.
Moment of clarity.
Moment of clarity. And then we talk like human beings.
Well, I cry.
You didn't cry yesterday. Oh, you did. Yeah, you did.
It's like, what? Honey, I was like, y'all, there was a lot of emotions going on yesterday. There's just, y'all know that social media has just been a place of all the emotions, and us content creators we already deal with a lot of other people's emotions too. And then when things happen like this, people expect a lot out of us, and there's a lot of emotions in that. So then you're just juggling all the things, and then if you were already juggling a lot of things beforehand, and you just add all that in, and you don't get a chance to just, like I was telling him, when you just don't have a chance to refill yourself, and you're empty, you're constantly pouring into people, and when you're empty, there's nothing left to pour. So and then and then I'm empty. So then I'm like, who's pouring into me? So I was like, I need a break. I'm like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to tell you, but I just need a break. And that's normal. But yeah, with age comes wisdom.
So somebody said you need to make me no peak chicken.
No who?
No peak chicken.
So what? You don't look at it?
I don't know.
No peak. What? How do you cook it? Is it on Pinterest? I'm sure it is. Communication is the key to all great marriages.
Somebody said you don't seem like a crier. She bawls. When she cries,
I make other people cry.
They're the size of marbles.
Yeah, I have big old crocodile tears, and when they go to flowing, they just flow. Like, I almost cry almost every night that I put Mila to bed, because those are the times that I really have, like, really sincere prayers to God, and I just sit and talk to him. And some nights it gets a little more intense than other nights, and I just sit there in the dark and pray while she nurses and beats me to death. I cried a little bit tonight just thinking about stuff, but yeah, I'm not like a super emotional person, but when I do cry, yeah, I try to avoid all of that. Am I crying out of anger? Because you're hurt. When?
When an Aries woman is mad. When an Aries woman is mad, where'd it go? Oh, and starts crying, the world is about to come to an end.
I'm telling you, when we cry, man, it's like, it's big.
Lord, Beth said, don't make me cry, I'm a crier.
I know, I'm sorry. I just started thinking about what I was praying about and thinking about. I also think really deeply, and I feel like I'm starting. Don't look at me. I was just holding Mila, putting her to sleep. Why'd y'all start this? Just thinking about how temporary life is. And I'm sorry, y'all. I really try to enjoy my family as much as possible. And just sometimes I really think just how temporary it is. Like, I know that a lot of times we're like, well, one day we're all gonna be gone, and like I don't think we really like think about it. Like I'm sitting here looking out of my eyes right now, and I'm like, one day I'm not gonna see anything, you know, like I won't get to see her, I won't get to see him and hold him and watch him look at me and give me this face, and you know, I just that face. I literally sat there and thought about all of that, like really extreme, and I know that we believe in heaven, and that's where we plan on going, and it's still just a lot. It's just a lot. I think so deeply, and I pray to God and ask him why I think so deeply, why I look so hard into situations, and I know it's for a reason, and it's probably maybe to help somebody see things in a different way, because I don't think people see that as much as I do, and I think and ever since having me life, I think about it, more so than I did before, because I don't want to miss out on anything, in her life. I feel like I waited so long for her, and I just love her so much. But yeah, life is temporary, y'all, so get your life together so that you can have eternal life and get to not live once.
Lily has the same birthday, born the same year, and she's a crier too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hashtag April Fool's baby.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all shouldn't ask me about crying and mess. Y'all started this. Now I'm hot. This is another reason I don't like wearing my hair curly, because it also just makes me extra hot. Take the floor, Cody. Let's change the subject. I said this was going to be a happy...
What do you want me to do?
Y'all, ask something else. Change the subject.
Miss Stewart says she appreciates your Instagram live the other day.
About hair. We were talking about hair, and I was telling them about how you had to make up because you kind of sort of just like dismissed my birthday without really dismissing it.
That is not the right choice of words.
Okay, what would be the right choice of words?
I was telling him is flying by.
No,
okay?
I tell him my birthday is the same day every year. You wait until like a week before and you be like, Bud, I ain't had time to look at nothing. And I'm like, but you know it was coming. I don't understand.
Somebody's asking, how did I know you were pregnant before you told me?
Because
you had mentioned something.
My basal body temperature.
Yes. She texted me at work and said it hadn't dropped.
No, we were Corey and Anna's. It was after Harrison's birthday party.
But I thought you texted me too and said it hadn't.
But then I texted you and said my period started. I thought it had. I seriously did. I thought
you texted me and said the temperature hadn't changed.
And maybe I did. But then I think I remember telling you I was helping clean up. Everybody was gone. And you were sitting there in the couch. And I said, my temperature's still up. Or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then my period, or what I thought was my period, was that next Monday, I think. But I think it was, somebody tell me what it is. It's called, shoot! I know what it is. I know all these terms, but y'all had me in here crying, looking a mess on YouTube Live. Now I don't remember what the blessed term is. But it's something dealing with spotting and plantation stuff. Implantation bleeding. That's it. Thank you. I think it was that. I literally spotted like that day. Like I went to wipe and I was like, oh, well, here's my period. But I didn't think anything else of it. Look, everybody knows what it is. I knew y'all would come for me. But I didn't think anything. And then the next day I was like, okay, what the heck was that? So I kept putting it off. I knew what implantation bleeding was. And I was like, no. Lord, I ain't trying. Like, this can't be what this is. And I went another day and I kept saying, Lord, I just And I went some more, and I didn't say anything to Cody. I literally was like zipped lip because I knew I wanted the moment to be special for him, even though I kind of already ruined it by mentioning my body temperature thing. But I didn't want to say anything else to give him any more inkling.
Yeah, I had a good feeling.
But he knew.
Somebody asked if we played sports in high school.
He did.
I only played 1 year. And the reason I only played that 1 year is because I didn't want to get a physical.
Bless him.
Yep.
You didn't
So
want.
if I'd
You
have
didn't want to
played-
look at your Johnnies.
I didn't want them looking at my Johnnies. And then
Gosh.
they asked were we good. So you didn't play any sports.
I had knee surgery in
Yeah.
8th grade, February, going into high school. So I wasn't even allowed to do gym.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do anything even if
Were
I
we
wanted to.
good? No.
You weren't good.
If I'd have been good, I'd have been pro.
A part of me wanted to play like tennis and volleyball.
I could have been good if I would have had, if I could have got out of my head and really put forth effort.
Amanda, try leave-in conditioner. That has been my jam. That's what I've been using, is just leave-in conditioner. And if there's a spot that still feels like it needs more, I put more on it. And the key is putting it on wet hair. If it's somewhat, I tell him that all the time because the front of his hair will be dry and you can literally see. So it needs to be like almost dripping wet when you apply the product. It just takes it better. Because if it's dry, it's almost like the cuticles are already closing, so they're not taking in that product. So when it's wet, it takes it a whole lot better. So try that, and then maybe a light hold gel or something over top if it's not holding. I don't necessarily want mine to hold that long because I don't technically wear it down, so I'm not really worried about it holding. I end up just like rewashing it and doing it all over again for the most part. But what are you looking at?
Congratulations for being 16 weeks pregnant.
I was still sick as a dog.
Silly question. Do y'all think it matters to have a wedding ring when all you need is your marriage certificate to prove you are married?
I think that's a personal preference.
Yes.
Your spouse might be like, I want you to have a ring.
So, but why is the reason you think your spouse should have a ring?
That's their personal. Hey, that leave it up to them. If they want that, then
I don't think that is what defines you as being married.
Where's your ring at? Is that why you're answering this?
Yeah.
Where is your ring?
It's on my nightstand.
That's because you washed.
Yes, I do not like wearing my ring while I wash. I hate sweating under it. I hate getting wet under it. It just...
You know, he's got a legitimate, like, ring, tungsten, whatever, that he got at our wedding. But he always wears the custom band.
Silicone ring.
Who made that one? Qualo or
Qualo?
Yeah, I had it custom made, so it's got, like, our anniversary in it. It's got wood grain around it. Like a wood grain engraved.
It's not a wood grain color, but there's so many out there now.
Yeah. Did my labor and delivery go like you two thought that it would?
No.
It actually went.
It went so good.
Way better.
Homegirl right here was high as a kite. Well, I shouldn't say high as a kite, but she was loopy.
I was tired, for one.
Loopy.
2, because I kept telling in my head that I was not going to overreact. I was not going to get myself in distress because I did not want to harm my child any at all. I wanted to be as peaceful and calm as possible. So that was my mentality going into that, and I kept it. I kept it going through. That was my mentality the whole time I was pregnant. What are you laughing at?
Where's your ring?
Where's your ring? He typically does always have it on though. At least that's silicone.
Sing these lovely people a song.
Honey, y'all just had me crying. I am full of snot now. That is not happening.
I've been married for 17 years and we don't have a ring. Our actions tell others we married. That's right.
That is right.
That's right.
That is right. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I wear my ring 24/7. But you can look at me all day long and you know I'm married because I already got a mean mug normally. But if I feel remotely like a man is looking at me in a longing way, do I shut it down or what? I shut it down. Okay?
To the ground.
I ain't playing. Cody's a little on the friendly side. But not to the point where I'm like, this heifer. But he is very friendly. But these heifers out here might confuse his friendliness.
Are we moving? Yes. At some point in time.
Grease monkey. He touched the battery and branded his ring finger. Woo!
What? Who?
Her husband. He must have touched it or touched it. Woo!
Ooh.
Husband never wears his wedding ring. He doesn't like jewelry. With his job, it's more of a protection. Yeah, that's a lot of things that, a lot of reasons why a lot of men don't wear their rings.
Doing electrical work, you surely don't.
I just really like when we get all dressed up and do stuff. Cody breaks out, most of the time, his real ring when we do that. I could care less if he's out there cutting grass with a ring on. Well,
somebody said they almost feel naked without the ring. She loves wearing her ring.
I would too, because I wear it all the time.
She works in the NICU, so she can't wear it to work. So thank you, all the nurses, doctors,
all y'all,
police officers, firefighters, all the first responders, all the essential personnel, and everybody who even ain't essential.
Just thank all y'all.
Thank all y'all. for your jobs and your work and your love and your something else. It'll come. So,
let's see. Did Cody pick your ring himself?
We went cheap. I went as cheap as possible. I don't know about Etsy cheap, but I went cheap.
The first ring?
Yeah.
First ring. Yeah.
I sort of...
He even got the wrong ring.
Well, no, I didn't. So...
Initially, you didn't.
She made a statement. I went and found the ring.
If I would have known...
I ordered the ring. It was a little more expensive than the one I ended up getting. Had ordered the ring. Her mama knew it. Then, like, 2 days later, she showed me another ring. She was like, I like this ring.
No. Okay, let me tell you. So, I said, that ring that I was looking at, it's at the store. And there's one of them stores at the outlet so we can go see it in person. So then we get in there.
Yeah.
My mentality was, I seen the ring that we went there to see, but then I seen one that was kind of sort of similar, but it was a lot cheaper. And in my mind, I was like, if I pick a cheaper ring, I'll probably get it faster. In my mind, and to me, I could have cared less. So I was like, we'll go with the cheaper one. So then I told him at that moment, I was like, I actually like this one. I had no idea, y'all, he already had a ring. Or I wouldn't have said a word. You see what you did? You should just give it to me.
So, ring comes, I take it back, go get the other one. Come to find out she really wanted the first one.
Yeah. Then you ended up buying a second ring, so you returned the first one, went to get the other ring, but you actually didn't even get the right ring.
What?
That ring you actually went and got that you replaced the first ring wasn't the right one. And you were like, but if you want, we can go back and return this one. And I was like, heck no. You don't remember that, do you?
I don't remember that.
I was like, heck to the no, we're not going back. Because I was thinking if I tell him to go return this, I may never get it back.
Oh, I forgot to. Y'all, we're trying to read all the questions, but if we don't,
it's hard.
Somebody asked what you think about the Unmasked finale. Singer, yeah.
This season was my least favorite because it was dragged out because they had 3 separate groups and then they would jump all over. Like, I didn't like it. Did you like it? He didn't watch it as good as he's watched other seasons. I didn't watch it that much. The first one's still my favorite. The second one was really good. They had a lot of good people in the second one. They had a lot of decent people this time, but there was also really random people, almost as if they ran out of celebrities to do the show. Still tripping. They sent Lil Wayne home in the beginning. I'd love to have seen him perform more throughout the show. I really would have. Woman is pretty loud.
Paige, can I moderate?
Melissa, absolutely. You've moderated for me before. Hold on. That's there we go. Moderators go and delete all the not good comments. Thank you, Melissa. I was actually going to ask in the beginning, and then I forgot. So, yeah, Sabrina, this season wasn't. Will you stop picking at my toe? This season wasn't the best. Look what you do. What is that hanging on my big toe?
That's why I was picking at it. I was
what
trying
did you
to snatch it off. It weren't on. I mean, it was like that. I don't know.
Have you watched any good shows lately?
Most of my shows have been hunting videos on YouTube.
We've still been watching Black Lightning.
Black Lightning, Blue Bloods.
Where is that else we watching?
We haven't watched Chicago PD in a while.
No.
But I do like Chicago PD.
There was something else I thought we were watching. We finished up Hawaii Five-0. Cody's real upset about that.
I think I'm going to start over.
Where? I told you I took it off of everything. We didn't realize it was finished, and we literally watched the last episode. This is normally the way I prepare for a last episode is I give myself time. I have not watched Sweet Magnolias yet. Everybody is talking about it. But I haven't had a chance to watch it. I told y'all I'm bolted to the wall. I ain't had a chance to sit down and watch nothing.
I don't think we will ever move to a big city.
No.
I'm just not a city person.
Neither
maybe right outside, but...
Yeah, like still in the countryside.
Yeah.
But, no.
Absolutely, Mila's going hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing.
All the things.
All the things.
Was Mila ever colicky? No. Not really.
Gassy.
Yeah, she had some... Once we figured all of that stuff out, we were good. For Life is a good one. See, I was telling Cody about that, because I also finished up How to Get Away with Murder. And I want to say that would come on after. What are you laughing at?
Somebody said my husband's so sad Hawaii Five-0.
I was sad too. We watched that. We watched every single episode. We watched it was on Netflix. I had already watched them like out of order here and there, and then we started it from the beginning. So there was 10 seasons. Weren't it 10?
Lorraine Holly says she lives close.
Okay.
And she hopes to run into us one day.
Oh. You might not anytime soon, because we don't go to work.
Yeah. Work home.
Oh, gosh. We're going to have to wrap this up, because I said it's going to be on here an hour, baby. It's been...
Yeah, guys. 3:30 comes early.
Yeah, he's having to go to work a little early, so...
I'm working 5 to 5 this week.
I missed Scandal too, and I hated the way they ended it. I felt like we deserved so much more. I was so upset about that episode. What I was saying is when there's a finale episode and it's like the finale, there's no more. We prepare ourselves. You know, we get mentally prepared. We watch it. We're totally in the zone. We don't get sidetracked with our phones. But we didn't realize that was the last one. And I was like, Cody, is this I feel like it is, but so then I Googled it and we found out that it was.
Yes, we're both of native descent. Except I'm mixed. My daddy was white. My mama's quarter white and Indian. Does Cody hunt? Yes. Well, not at the moment, but I have.
Little fires everywhere. Yes.
Coon is good if you've got somebody who knows how to cook it. I personally like coon better than deer.
If it's cooked right.
Yep.
So I watched Big Little Lies first, and then I watched Little Fires Everywhere. They're not the same show, but that's just how I watched them. They both have Reese Witherspoon in them. And they're both really good shows. So if y'all need a show, it's on Hulu. I would recommend both of those. Those were very good. Little Fires Everywhere, y'all, had me all over the place, and I'm still trying to figure out what door that little gal was standing at, who she went to see. Was it her grand people? Was it her actual people? I'm still waiting.
My birthday was as good as it possibly could be with the situation. We usually go somewhere for my birthday, but...
For our birthday.
For our birthdays, okay.
Just once again, just throw my birthday under the bus.
With or without her spoon. Absolutely.
That's it. We always say that. We have not finished 13 Reasons Why. We're like halfway through season 3.
Sure.
And we forgot about it.
Have you been able to find cleaning supplies?
No need, because, yeah, that's one of those things that I already had.
Yeah.
And had in stock. I am not the type to run out of things, because I always buy a little bit more than I need. So, and when I start getting towards the end of something, I go ahead and replenish it. So, cleaning stuff was not anything that I have ran out of.
Yours is red.
Mine are, I'm so hot sitting in here. Okay, we're going to answer how many more before we cut off?
I don't know.
I'll let you take the reins on this one, boss hog.
Mila's in bed. Grow is out of everything. Sage and onions, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is. My father-in-law's boss uses a. Do you remember what the name of that seasoning?
Uncle said he can't believe you don't like deer the best.
Trust me, you gotta have it. Way more tender and juicier. But I do love deer meat.
We cook back when we had that was predominantly the meat that we used. I used it to make everything that I would normally make hamburger meat in, or like turkey or ground chicken or whatever. We just used deer meat. I made all the things with him. Taco soup, spaghetti.
I would have deer burger and deer sausage made.
Yeah. Steam mop is the bomb. It's the easiest thing ever in the world, and it cleans so well.
High school was good. We didn't date in high school.
No, but I was secretly in love with him.
Yes.
Yes. I was not secretly in love with you.
You was.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you was.
No, not secretly in love.
Well.
I thought you were beautiful.
You had a crush. Do we go to Sneed's Ferry? No, we have never been to Sneed's Ferry.
No. Had as a kid traits in Mila.
Is there any
I was super determined to do things on my own.
She is very determined.
And I think she got I think she got that from me. I don't want you to help me. Don't help me. Don't get in my way. Let me do this. And I think you can see it plain as day. So,
were you able to return your outlet? We didn't return.
We didn't. It was a gift from Outlet. So, yeah, I wouldn't have returned it.
He said, "Hey, tell him I said hey."
How long have we been together?
We've been married.
Together. How long have we been together?
7.5 years.
March
2012?
No.
13.
What day?
Oh, what?
Which date in March?
For what?
We started dating.
8th.
Look at you! When'd you propose?
February.
Uh-uh.
I can't remember. It was before
8th.
Valentine's. Yeah, 8th.
That's what I'm saying.
Same day.
Like, come on now. He was like, I don't want to do it on Valentine's Day because
You'll expect it.
she'll expect it.
Yeah. Do we visit Cherokee? We
stopped through there.
Yes.
One of the last times we went.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
We have never. Well, we did stop in town, but we didn't. It weren't
really
for long. It was on the
raining.
way home.
It was raining that day.
Yeah.
No, it was on the way there. Crap, I don't know. What baby monitor did switch to? We have the infant optics.
Cody, tell her the day I got on one knee.
Or I guess the day I should have my
February 8th.
yeah. All right, we're going to do 2 more questions. We got to get off
16th,
again.
he knew I'd say no if he asked on Valentine's. We dated, what, a year and a half? No,
not even a year, sweetie. We already knew.
Sure?
If we started officially dating March 8th, 2013, and we got engaged February 8th, 2014.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we got married October
Lauren!
11th,
I will, Lauren.
2014.
Find me less.
Absolutely. She loves her snacks.
I will.
Any more tattoos? Probably not.
I won't. One for my kids. One that you can add on to. A lot of people, I seen this recently. Everybody say hey to Lauren. Hey, friend. I seen somebody doing, if y'all didn't know this, each month has its own flower. And so what this woman did was she had all of her kids' month flower in like a sleeve, like an upper sleeve thing that she done. I don't want that, but that would be really cool. So whatever the month that they're born, they would do whatever the flower was. And that's something that you don't look at and be like, oh, she's got a tattoo for her kids. It just looks like it's flowers, but there's so much significant meaning to it. I like stuff like that people might not know what it means, but you do. So, I don't know. Maybe something like that.
Do we go to Sunset Beach?
Not really. One more.
Somebody said, glad to catch us live.
That ain't a question.
I know, but sorry, we're...
It'll be up once we get off.
It's the end. When are we going to cook together?
That would require Mila to be asleep. Because one of us normally is playing with Mila.
My bedtime reminder just went off.
I can't see that. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. She's really trying for y'all to see that.
Can you see it? So, bedtime reminder, 3:30 alarm clock.
Oh.
Go to bed. I'm going.
First vacation with Mila.
What's SNY?
We already went on vacation with Mila.
What's SNY?
Huh?
SNY.
Any.
Oh.
It was probably just a
Sorry.
typo.
S is next to the A, I know.
All right, everybody saying good night. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We love y'all so much, and we know that times are hard right now, and a lot of you are juggling different emotions that you probably don't really know how to deal with all of them. I mean, I just sat here and cried with y'all not too long ago. Don't go back and watch me crying and sit there and cry with me. But just know that we love y'all, and we're praying nothing but peace and blessings on all of your lives.
Absolutely. Last thing I'm going to give y'all some homework for the next live.
Oh, next live.
Do y'all have problems with your eyelashes curling up into your eyeball? And if so, what do you do? Good night.
I cannot believe. We love y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed evening. I can't believe you just asked me. Ding dong.